I have, I am still very sick. So this is just gonna be a short stream. I wanted to stream today. Make sure I streamed. So I'm going to do the, the 5.0, post one. That one, and then I'm gonna do the twinning, and that's all I'm gonna do for today. Hey! Oh, I should change the title a little. Alright, let's do Shadow Walk with me. Ah, that's it.
Well, if it isn't the great hunter himself. As if you didn't know, all 4 of the cardinal virtues lay low. All with your help. You're the talk of the stairs, Gudrak. When the night return to Lakeland, we knew in our hearts that change was on the horizon. But never did I dare hope that you might help rid us of those terrible fiends. You have surpassed my wildest expectations.
Not mine, Galnerd. Nay, when I first laid eyes on him, I had an inkling that he was a hero. We'd been waiting to come along.
Huh. Easy to claim that after the fact. If you're inclined, indulge me, though. I would love to hear you tell how it all played out. Or the hunting of the virtues, that is. My word, that's so much more than I realized, and there I thought you'd only have a track that you only had to track down the bloody thing's guards, though. The things you learned about the warriors of light. So many secrets and details lost over time. And after all, their hard work and sacrifice. They somehow brought about the flood. Can't say I understand it at all, but it's a bloody tragedy, is it? It is. We would gather the others and toast their memory. Heroes of Eld, brave and true to be remembered forevermore.
Now, I'll thank you not to let your bleeding heart drive you to offer up a fortnight's stock of spirits. Attend to your own other customers and let me speak with the hero of here and now.
Whatever would I do without my good sense and wisdom? Very well, I leave you to entertain him. But don't think we won't be having a drink someday.
Gudrak, I must thank you for sharing with us such incredible tales. It is only right that I repay you in kind. With the ending, that is, the story of the true villain who towers above the virtues, the devil more deserving of death than any that yet linger in this world. If you're curious, if your curiosity has been piqued, then meet me atop the balcony, overlooking the Crystarium Main. I will be waiting there until you do. Until you do. Let's see what you have to say, Guild. Lally-ho, my friend. Ah, here to drink, here to join me for a drink or three. Ha, thought not. But I'm happy enough to drink in your company either way. Watch how fast I can down this ale without my helm on. The Crystarium meme. Also, I need a faster way to level up my crafting jobs, custom deliveries, and this, and levs. Hey there, lady. You came, as I knew you would. Never met a mystery you could leave well enough alone, or a demon that you could let live. Am I right? And this team is undeniably deserving of death. Make no mistake, to cut them down would be just and proper. The act of a goodly person. And that is just what you are. I can see that. No need to grow impatient or to be offended, my friend. But before you pass judgment on this villain, you need first understand their part in everything. Who they were to the fallen warriors of light, for instance. Of course, right about now, you must be wondering how I know what I know. What a tavern wench of all people has got to do with any of this. Let me tell you then, I am the one who brought together the virtue hunters. I am the one who marked you as the potential ally to them and bade you join them in their quests. I alone knew what had to be done and what sort of sinner would be needed to see this tale of tragedy and betrayal brought to an end. But come, we have many moms ahead of us still, to Colusia and the Cobbler's Crook. I will go on ahead and wait for you there. To Colusia and the Cobbler's Crook. Alright, I'll take a bird. I met a cool mill guild today. There's a bunch of my free company members. But the people in my free company decided to go treasure hunt. They're probably still doing it. Oh, they're in the Crystarium and the Tempest.
cobbler's crook.
Why are these things lighting up? Is it living there? Neat. You are accustomed to the life on the road, I see. As am I. Do you recognize this place? I thought you might. Here is where it began, where Ardbert first met Lamette. Still young and lacking experience, but possessed of so much potential. The hero in the heroes in the making. Even then, the keen-eyed see. And one other, an Elven woman, not half bad with a sword. Ah, but perhaps you are already asking the question who? There were 5 warriors of light, but she was not. She would make 6. Indeed, after adding in Neobert, there did seem to be one too many, but maybe believe me when I say that there was indeed a 6th adventurer lost to history, and her name was Silva. Yeah, that's you. Though I doubt I need convince you of this truth, when you walked into the Virtue's memory, you saw her time and time again, did you? Then you saw the true villain, the traitor responsible for all their woes. Let us continue the story elsewhere, to Amarang and the Fields of Amber.
Amarang.
Easier to just go.
The journey's end.
This quest has been longer than I thought it would.
The Field of Amber.
You saw the truth villain's face in their memories, and I told you her name and Calusia, but what were her crimes, you ask? Hearken to me, to my tale, and you will learn. Silva had joined the others before they first met Nelbert. After their party of 5 came to this place, they took on a commission to slay a powerful beast that has taken up residence in the mines. Said beasts were believed to be the instigators of every more terrible tremors, and so time was of the essence. But during their hurried search, they crossed paths with their future companion, then Then a competitor aimed to usurp their prize. After another tremor triggered by the beast trapped them all underground, they had no choice but to work together to lay it low. But to their dismay, even after its death, the earth continued to shudder violently. As the adventurers looked to each other in confusion, Delbert strode towards the beast's body and grabbed hold of a curious stone, a stone brimming with untold aether that he had sought out, that he might harness the potential in rescuing a loved one lost to the rift. And so powerful was the stone that it was warping the flow of the life stream. Its very existence was a threat, and so, when faced with the choice between one life, and countless others, Nelbert wept and shattered the stone. He had held his companion's salvation in his hand and cast it aside for the greater good. For his sacrifice he was judged a hero, and in that instance a warrior of light was born. In life, Nelbert was a pragmatic figure, whose wisdom and sagacity was admired by all. Little wonder that in death he would retain his virtue. But Nelbert mourned the friend he lost forever. The betrayer Silva looked on in silent content, for they had taken the first step on their path towards becoming heroes, brave and true. His sacrifice has sparked the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. What ritual, you may wonder? Fear not, fear not. All will become clear in time. Come with me to Raktika, to the Satya swamps. We must retrace the steps as they were taken to understand the deep depth of her treachery. Lady, you're making me teleport all over the place. Right, Slitherbell. Need a better gear for him. This place, too, is familiar to you, no? From days recent to long since past. After the events in Almarang, Ardbert and his companions grew in fame, spurring others to entrust their aid. The adventurers sought out greater and greater challenges in the pursuit of others. They came to Raktika. Well, here the hunter, Reina and Randare learned that the notorious mark Bedlam Quits was near, and so, in the cover of night of darkness, she slipped away from the others to slay the beast by herself. Like Melba before, of course. You already know what her motive was. Bedlam Quits has robbed her of her fellow hunters. Only vengeance will redress the balance. Moreover, she would not dare risk the lives of her new companions. So terrified was she of the mere possibility that she might have to relive the terrible day. And so she faced Bedlam Quits alone, and would have surely died if for it had Albert and the others not arrived in time to help. Like Albert before, and of course you already know what happened next. For her love, her conviction, and her resolve, she was chosen by Hylandland. And from that day forward, Brenda Ray swore never again to betray her comrades, trust to share with them the triumphs and the tragedies, to relinquish the freedom she had once held in the highest. The bravest, most courageous hunters had ever was. That moment would define what she becomes in life and in death. Her sacrifice would hasten the transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come. The betrayer, Silva, looked on, yet more satisfied. They were oblivious to her machinations. Unaware, they were dancing to her tune. Their journey continued, and so, and much so, to Elmarang, to Liagia.
Kuliakia.
Let me see where to go to Liagia. Okay. So, only 8. I need 300 for the thing. I need to collect more. As beautiful now as it was then. You saw it too. Would you not agree? With the death of the Bedlam Quits, the legend of Albert and his companions had grown larger than ever. Thus emboldened, they came to the kingdom of Verbert. Verbert had long been troubled by what some would dub a magical plague. Innocents found transformed into misshapen fiends. At that, the kingdom's knights had no choice but to put down ere the contagion spread. Brendan had been one such knight in his youth. He had served the princess Saladia faithfully, one to be cast out for a single mistake. Thus did he take to the road where he met Albert and the others. Having grown stronger and wiser, and more respected, Brendan felt it was time to return and redeem himself, and with the aid of his comrades he did just that. Tadric, the court mage, was unmasked as the mastermind of Verbert's misery, and by disgraced knight's blade was he brought to justice. But with his dying breath, Tadric cursed the Princess Solidia, sentencing her to a fate worse than death. At her behest, did he raise his blade and for the sake of the kingdom struck down his liege lady. With a single stroke he forever changed, though nearly not in this way that was necessary. He stood at the precipice and almost forsook his compassion for unflinching judgment, but mercifully turned aside at the end. Thus did he find and embrace true justice, that which weighs law and heart together and strives for the greater good. 'Tis a long, difficult road from which many stray, settling for simpler moralities, but I would expect no less of the man who became the Kayasin. His sacrifice was would strengthen the transformation, was fuel for the ritual to come. As her companions grew ever more powerful, so too did the betrayer, Sylvia. Bit by bit, they brought her closer to her goal. But it was not yet finished. To Colusia they returned, and so must we. Tamra, and the next chapter of our tale awaits. Slowly but surely the adventurers were fulfilling their potential. Word of their deeds in Verbert spread like wildfire, and their legend grew, even ever larger. But for all their success, the fledgling heroes would be forced to endure more hardship and welcome a more sacrifice. They pressed deeper into the depths of Raktika, towards ancient Ranka. Was there that the dwarf Lamet came to a crossroads, for in claiming the magic she desperately desired, she would be forced to renounce something equally precious. Dwarves are a reclusive lot, want to withdraw from the outside world, that their many traditions might be preserved in isolation. When the Blightstone began to spread, they chose to lock away the afflicted and refused to seek outside help. But Lamet would not abide this. She vowed to save her ailing kin, her sister among them, even if it was meant violating dwarven law. With her newfound powers, she returned and cured the sick, and for this she was banished by the Elder Council, the Council of Elders. This came as no surprise, for she had made her peace long before when she stood in the ancient and called upon forgotten and guardians to grant her forbidden knowledge. She knew that with this price would be. She had weighed her traditions and identity against the lives of those she loved and made her choice. It would pain her terribly and in ways only a dwarf could understand, and Heidelin, it would seem. Though hardships, through hardship and sacrifice, was a new warrior of light forged, a healer that knew more than any of the value of a life, and would do anything to see it preserved, even in death. Her sacrifice was nearly complete. The transformation. 'Twas fuel for the ritual to come very soon, then, very soon. For Arbor and his companions had stumbled upon evidence of a lodge's design, threads linking together disparate troubles of the land, of the realm. A name spoken only in whispers, the Shadowkeeper, a singular force sowing chaos and discord throughout Norvund into an unknown end. If the Warrior of Light truly wished to save their world, then they would need to confront this villain amongst villains. And at the end of their exhaustive search, at the end of the struggle, who do you think they found waiting to welcome them with open arms? The answer to that awaits us in Lakeland, our final destination. The villain yet walks amongst us, Gudrak, unknown and unpunished. Go on ahead. Wait for me at Annex Loft. Jiloft. There are preparations to which I must first attend. This quest is a bit longer than I thought it would be. What do I need? 2 more days and several. I almost have Soul of Land. Soul of the Land. I actually do like this armor. Echo power. Damn you, Silva! We were comrades in arms, friends! That we were, and we are. Everything I say and everything I felt, it was all true. You mean the world to me. You're the bloody Shadowkeeper. What in the hells was this for? For you. For every one of you to forge you into the heroes worthy of her blessing. That she must choose you as her champions. A ruthless mage, consumed by the pursuit of power to save his friend, no matter the cost, by sacrificing a warrior born. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. A mournful hunter, scarred by tragedies, resolved never again to trust in others. By her sacrifice, a warrior born. A disgraced knight who yearned to steal his heart in justice's name. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. A troubled healer torn between tradition and love. By her sacrifice, a warrior born. And their leader, an adventurer with a heart overfilling with love for his dearest companions, who must now bring his axe to bear against his own. By his sacrifice, a warrior born. I am the villain you seek, the keeper of shadows from a world shrouded in darkness. By our struggles will this world be shattered, and its soul saved. Sylvia! You're from the 13th. You saw it, did you? I thought you might. Mother's gift has a knack for showing us exactly what we need to see. Or not what we want to, or when. They knew me as Silva. My real name. It doesn't matter. Like you, I am not of this world. I crossed the rift and came to the first. My home, the 13th, fell to darkness in a calamity that mirrored the one which nearly claimed this world. I was one of the several heroes who failed to save it. The boy, Kalhai, I had glimpsed him in your memories. He was a friend like him. I hate the words of the Asians and that I might redress the balance. I chose to come here and hasten the rejoining of the worlds. A shard, subside by darkness, demands a mirror of blinding light. Primordial forces would strive to achieve equilibrium, but there was a solution, a single solution, I believe. But when a flood of light to consume the shard in its entirety, it would be of no use. The Asians made it clear it would be brought to the brink and no further. The task was difficult, but the plan simple. Souls predisposed to light, fledgling heroes in the making. I would bring them together, Albert and his companions, and groom them for a higher purpose. I would play the part of companion and guide guide to guide their course, all the while laboring in secret to pitch stronger and stronger enemies against them, until finally, once they were warriors of light, brave and true, I reveal myself as a warrior of darkness, and extinguish their radiance forever. Thus, would this world be primed for a rejoining, and the source for a calamity. The Asians, who called themselves Miltron, and Logarith, were confident it would succeed, and indeed, Arbet and the others rose to the occasion, as I knew they would. It was to be. It was not to be. I misjudged Arbet. His companions before him had made their sacrifice in turn, and as their mirror, I had grown stronger for it. But he had he but embraced his role and struck me down, victory would have been mine. But dear Arbet, would not forsake his heart. In the end, he chose mercy, chose love, and I was undone. The rest you know. He sought out Mitron, and Logarith, and granted them what he refused me. They accomplished everything they set out to achieve, and then the flood came and washed it away. In the wake of my betrayal, I would look on from the shadows and reflect on my many sins, as all fall to ruin, denying death, and then and now, and perhaps ever after, as a fragment of my essence endures. Figment. But then one day, years ago, my fallen comrades rose again as the cardinal virtues. It coincided with the arrival of the first scions. I later realized the defense against the forces being marshaled to undo my failure. I can but assume the Asians planted the idea in Bothry's head that they were his creations after all, and with their graves in Ilmoran territory, it was doubtless a simple matter to have their bodies exhumed and prepared. Who am I to say, you may ask? You may think when I was this, but when I saw those abominations he had wrought in their image, I was filled with such despair, such anger. I cannot unwrite the past. My soul is stained with the blackest sin, and I will not pretend that it can ever be otherwise. This act, I could not ignore. If the Asians were going to such lengths, then surely others would cross the rift in due time, and so I hatched the plan. I would assume the guise of Sayla, and as her take up their residence in the Crystarium, where I would take measures to bring together the most ambitious of adventurers, individuals driven by more than mere coin, virtue hunters. That way, when the enemies of the Asians feared more, when the enemy of the Asians feared more than any come to the first, the stage would be set. They would join in the hunter's quest and together unmake the Vathri simulacra and lay their souls to rest once more. And so you did, Gudrak. The virtues are no more, and the one ultimately responsible for the creation. The devil who set them on their doomed path lingers still. Not all there is to know of heroes who saved this world. The truth I kept hidden in the shadows is yours. There's no more secrets to share. So I ask you now to grant me that which Arbor could not, death. You still have a duty to the others. No, don't do this. Don't you spare me like he did. How can you stand there and say I deserve to live, knowing everything I did, and the lives I destroyed, the chaos I wrought? The wardens pale in comparison. Surely there is no greater villain than the Shadowkeeper. Which is why you must live to atone for your deeds. I should have expected a hero would say something like that. How does one ever seek atonement? How does one even seek atonement? 'Tis an undiscovered country, with no charts or stars to guide. How would I even know when I find it? Perhaps I may yet find purpose in preserving my comrade's legacy, in helping others to help understand the sacrifice that made them true heroes. For now, I will return to the Crystarium and continue to assist Gilnard, while spreading the forgotten tales of the Warriors of Light. You would have been good friends, you and Ardbert, in another life. Maybe. I mean, technically he is me and I am him. Maybe you and I as well. Yes, you and I could be friends. Ardbert and I can't be friends, because I am Ardbert, and Ardbert and I. He is I and I am him. We are. I believe the second part of this is at 5.5 or 5.4, sorry. I tell you, I am not as all accustomed to wearing armor anymore. Simply moving around about in it is enough to tax my strength, and fighting? Anyone of Captain Lena's crits would probably put me flat on my back. Fortunately, I needn't rely on my sword to spread the truth of my fallen comrades' deeds. Only words and the passage of time would see their legacy redeemed in the eyes of the people. Thank you for accompanying me on my journey of remembrance, Gudrak. May your deeds never be May your deeds ever be remembered and celebrated, as all heroes deserve. Alright. Woo! Got tales to be told. Alright. I'm going to do twinning. But I'm going back to the source. Talk to Una Kalai. Unalak.
To the ocular.
Una lactac. Takalakal tikal. That is one hell of a castle. Looking at it. Alright, down I go. Let's see what the boy has to say about it.
Open this door. Load.
Ah, there. Tataru? What are you doing? We'll be waiting for you at the House of Splendor and expect you to tell us absolutely everything about your time at the first. Kutakalikalak. I have already revealed to you the secrets of my origin and the spirit of a friendship you have offered me. I will endure. As I once explained, I was not born of this world. My home fell to the oblivion long ago, and it is now known as the Void. Champions who fought upon the ruined star was corrupted by the captured essence of the primal, twisted into incarnations of darkness. Those of the light who stood to oppose them were but suckling babes in the comparison. And I can't do voices because I am.
Oh.
Even the servants of power for annihilating my world would find aught salvage in the emptiness which remained. Such a tale you have heard from me before, but I feel this story bears repeating. Think of it as a mantra, a warning that you would avoid the same terrible fate. It was fortunate, however, that this world is bountiful, where mine own was found wanting. I have become a hero that I never was. Understand and steadied by your companions in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And now, more than ever, I am certain that my journey to your star was inevitable. That we are all drawn in and drawn onward by the brilliance of your unwavering light. I am told that soon it will be your turn to travel across the rift. And unlike energies which ravage my home, the star which beckons you is filled with blinding condensance, yet a flood of light with my disaster as surely as a maelstrom of darkness. I wonder, then, how a champion sworn to the light would redress the balance. A strange destiny calls you to this battle. Yo, dude, there's this lady named Silva that lives over there. That's also from 13th, and I think you get along. Yeah. Might be late, so people might not be queuing up to do any of this stuff. But I'll wait a little longer. Once I pass the hour mark, that's when I'm gonna stop. I was only gonna stream for a very short time today because I'm still very sick. Outdoors in the rain. Oh no. Cool. I had to complete my hunting log and I have not. Which is hilarious. It's 5. There's one. Oh! Oh wait, let me find one more snake. I must find one more snake. I'll find that tomorrow. Hey. Aye. Ants. Head bob. There's someone missing. I should get the rings. I'm gonna get rings for you. I want my Dragoon at least fully geared. I'm sad my portrait didn't work. I can sell that. That's creepy. Apologies. Couldn't get to the mute button quick enough. My limit break. My limit break. That damn Rollerfield stole it. Best boss music. The artificial enigma. The typhoon. Tower, Alexander. That's also actually Alexander. I just really like Stardiver. Yeah. Oh dear. Don't know what happened. There's two. Oh, there is two for each. Whoa! First try! Everybody left again. Excellent work. Not only did you revere the cause of the etherical fluctuation, you were able to remove the threat entirely. Thank you. The researchers have already completed the preliminary observations. The findings were somewhat surprising. The crystal tower appears not to have been created by the Ronkins or any other civilization, and its origins were revered in mystery. Much like yourself, the Exarch, and yourself. Forgive me. It is not the time to eye for idle speculation. We have, however, recovered an artifact. But it appears it is unclear. It might be purely decorative. Have you ever encountered anything like this? Yes, I have. I have come has come to carry out our plan. This will be my final recording. With the tower active and the temporal displacement apartheid apparatus online, all that remains is to throw the switch and pray. I'm sorry. I truly am. I wish there was another way. But you are our best chance of success. Our only hope. Your gift will allow you to become one with the tower and survive the journey through time and space, where our technology as advanced as that of the alley. Perhaps we could have gone with you. Alas, it was not to be. But when you are finally reunited, all of the hardships, all of the sacrifice will have been worth it, I'm sure. Just promise me you'll spare a thought for those you have left behind, and we'll be kind. We'll be thinking of you too. For as long as this world lasts, though I fear it would not be for much longer. This is Biggs, third of his name, 18th president of Garland Arrow, signing off. May the 12 be at your side. Grahatia. A person's voice coming from a machine. To be honest, I cannot make heads or nor tails of it. Do you have any idea what that was about? Yes, it made perfect sense. Considering your connection to the Oxide, I am not entirely surprised. Though one thing was clear, even to me, the people who left the message was facing a great catastrophe. They placed their faith in the Crystal Tower, in much the same way we have done ever since the Flood of Light. Our prayers for salvation was answered when you and the Exarch returned the night to us and freed us from the terror of the Senators. I sensed that it was all made possible by those people from a time long forgotten. We should do our utmost to learn more of them. Perhaps the researchers will uncover more of these messages. In any case, you have performed the admirably in service of the Crystarium. We may have need of your strength and guidance in days to come. Until then, fare you well. Alrighty. Why is there a man doing chin-ups? That's weird. Alrighty, that's it for me today. I am coughing up my lung right now. Thank you for watching. I may stream tomorrow. I don't yet. And most likely I'm gonna do 1.0. If I do. Again, thank you for watching. And if you're watching the VOD, I stream almost every day between 9 and 7. I started at 8 today again. Well, no, I started at 9. Because I got caught up in doing treasure hunts. Anyways, thank you for watching. And if you can, like and subscribe. And have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and night.